Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Confident Woman interview series. My name is Clarissa Findley. I'm your host today, and I'm so excited to have Chantel Sachanna here with us today. I hope I said your name right.
Don't worry, it's actually Chantel Sachanna. Everybody gets it wrong. I'm so used to it, but it's all good. It is okay.
Sachanna, beautiful, beautiful. Um, well, I just wanted to say that Chantel delivers powerful coaching and workshops that help ambitious queens start or up-level their business or career and create a life of freedom and joy. So thank you so much for being on here with us. I'm so excited to hear what you have to share with us on confidence and, how you work with people to develop that. So thank you for being here and welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. So, as we start, I would just love to hear about kind of your personal journey and story of developing confidence and, what has brought you to what you're currently doing with your life right now.
Amazing. Well, up until about 18 months ago, I had a very severe speech impediment. So I had a stammer. And I had it since I was from birth. I literally always had a speech impediment. I mean, it got so bad. There were times when I couldn't say my own name. Like literally, it was a big barrier for me. And it was something that I thought would always haunt me. Like I always had these big dreams, these big goals, ambitions, but I couldn't even pick up a phone and make a call because I would get really bad anxiety. Because I just thought that once people heard my stammer, they would think I was dumb and all those things. So for me, it was, I traveled this journey having a speech impediment, which gave me zero confidence. It was almost like a little dark secret. I didn't want to open my mouth because once I opened my mouth, people knew I had a stammer. So it was like I would shrink myself. So I would almost be invisible. Like I remember going to group meetings and getting very angry, when you'd sit around in a circle and you'd take it in turns to introduce yourself. And when it was coming to me, I remember I would get it was like I wanted the world to swallow me up because the thought of opening my mouth and now everyone knew I had this stammer, my confidence was very, very low, and it really was something that made me feel insignificant. It made me feel unimportant. And especially when I was speaking in front of people who had authority, my words just would not come out. I'd be there like, I couldn't say, man, it was a mess. So for me, my confidence my journey started when I started looking to save myself. And what I mean by that is I had lots of speech therapy. My mum would take me from when I was a child. And then I revisited it when I was slightly older and nothing worked for me. And one of the reasons why, because they always told me there was no cure. And so because they told me there was no cure for it, I thought I was stuck with this speech impediment and my life was going to be a disaster. Yeah. One day on YouTube, I came across a motivational speaker called Les Brown, who's the world's #1 speaker. And this was my introduction into personal development and mindset development. Now, Les Brown spoke words I had never heard before. He told me the power of the mind can overcome anything and you can move mountains and you can be who you want to be. And that was a game changer for me. When I heard that you can be who you want to be, I thought, well, I'm Chantel Sachanna, I have a stammer. I didn't know that I could change that reality. And so Les Brown spoke life into me. I started practicing what I was listening in the YouTube videos. I'd start to affirm, I am a good speaker. I tell myself that. He taught me the art of visualization. I would visualize myself speaking in front of hundreds and thousands of people. He taught me the art of making yourself uncomfortable. So I would force myself to pick up the phone, make phone calls. At first, it was so painful, so uncomfortable. I would go online and research the local taxi or the local restaurant and just phone anybody. It had to be people who I didn't know. So it would make me feel even more uncomfortable, pick up the phone, had to get out of that comfort zone. And I did that consistently every day. Within a few months later, my speech impediment started to disappear. A few months later, I was hosting my own events in front of hundreds of people. Wow. The transformation was, I went from that girl who had a stammer, no confidence, you know, severe anxiety when I had to make a phone call. You know, I'd go for job interviews, have to leave because the presentation I prepared, I couldn't even, I'd travel, you know, 2.5 hours for a job interview, leave in tears because I couldn't speak. And just by learning the power of the human mind, you can save yourself. You can choose your reality. You can be whoever you want to be. That journey was a game changer. From that point on, I've dedicated my life to empowering every single woman who I come across. There is no, you can be who you want to be. You can choose your reality, your journey, where you are. It's not that important. It's just where you want to go. And the price you're willing to pay to get there. The price I was willing to pay was that persistence, that dedication, every day, visualization, making myself uncomfortable. And then I got there. And I cannot believe that I even had a stammer. And like I said, it will be 2 years on the 25th of March where I actually realized that I am fluent after 28, 29 years of stammering, just by changing my mindset. And it was, so for me, my journey to being this confident woman. And then what happened is once I overcame that, I started thinking, so what is next now? You know, once you overcome something, at one point in my life, that was all I wanted was fluent speech. Like if you said, Chantel, you can have 20 million pounds and fluent speech, I'm going for that. You know, that was my only wish. Once you overcome your biggest barrier, the world is yours. Like, what is next for me to conquer? And so, like I said, it's literally been less than 2 years. And the beauty of it, January 2017, I worked with Les Brown, the man who helped me to overcome my stammer. I run quite big motivation events in Birmingham. One of the guys who I got to speak, he spoke at my event, was working with Les Brown. They needed another promoter to manage the West Midlands, you know, got in touch with me. I met Les Brown. I was in tears. I said, you changed my life. And I couldn't say too much. I was just emotional, but that's funny how that worked out. But yeah, so that's a little bit about my journey.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Isn't it? It's incredible what we can uncover about ourselves, what we can create once we realize and recognize how powerful our mind is and how we really can. And I love what you shared about, you know, for so long you just felt like that was it. Like that was the thing that was going to stop you, and then being able to overcome that hurdle. And then it's like, you know, the world is your oyster. What's, you know, I can create anything.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So thank you for sharing. So, you know, so what are some like really tangible, I love what you shared, you know, the things that you did, like the persistence and just doing it anyways. When you work with your clients, you know, how do you help them to overcome those things that hold them back?
Okay, so one of the powerful things that I do, which is my favorite kind of exercise, I do every single coaching call, I do a visualization. Okay, so I walk my clients through a visualization. Now, the key thing is to see them in the future. I normally do a 12-month. So I'd say, you know, I want you to see yourself 12 months from today. You know, you're in the most, you know, perfect location. So I get them to see themselves where they are, what they're wearing. I even get them to smell themselves. So the perfume that you're wearing, your hairstyle, you know, shoes on your feet. And most of the time it's, you know, getting them to see themselves, you know, having the life that they want. And my key area is, you know, professional life. So it's career or it's business. And that's my real focus. and I get them to see themselves running their business. And because I walk them through, I don't tell them what to specifically see because I open it up to them, but I just say, see yourself, and I tell them to look down at your feet and see your shoes, and they just see it all. And what happens is when I do that is I'm giving them permission to dream big. And a lot of the times, which I've found with my clients, when they come to me, the disconnect is they've just never given themselves permission. And because they've never given themselves permission, they've never seen it. So when I do my visualizations, now they can see it, taste it, feel it. And then once we come out of the visualization, they're in tears, like, oh my God, I saw it. Like, I've never seen it before. And then once they've seen it, now we just do the work to bridge that gap. And it's so powerful when you can see it, once you give yourself permission to see it. And I think that definitely is a barrier that so many of us have. It's like we just can't see it, and so we don't have the clarity, we don't have the focus. And when you don't have the focus, you don't have the clarity, you can't see it. It's almost like, well, what's the point doing the work then? And so for me, that definitely is a tool. I recommend visualizations to everybody. On my journey, I practiced it multiple times a day. I had to visualize myself speaking fluently because I had no evidence. And and I think that's the thing. When I was on my journey, I had no evidence of speaking. The fact that I'm speaking with you now is like, I wouldn't have been able to do this. Fear, limiting beliefs, all that stuff would have kicked in. So visualizations, you've got to see yourself in the future. And you've got to feel it as well. That's another thing. A lot of people do the visualizations, but they don't feel it. And so there's no feeling. And so, you got to feel it. You got to really be in the moment. So that's definitely a tool that I think has worked for every single lady that I've coached. And even guys, I've got a few men coach, a few guys that I coach too. Sometimes the guys slip through the net. I say them for women only, but every now and then a guy will come in and I'll coach him too. But it's that you've got to connect with your soul, with your highest self. And that's why we do the 12 months from today, because for some people that is a nice distance, and visualization's the key. I love them. Yeah, all day, every day.
I love that because it's really, we can't get someplace that we haven't seen. I love what you said, if we haven't felt ourselves there, it's like, why even do the work? Like, there's nothing. We really do have to be able to feel. It's like if we go to the store and we see something that we want, and then we like have motivation to go get it, but like it's the same thing with something that we're working inside ourselves, or something that we want to create. Being able to see it and create that tangible feeling inside of ourselves, an image inside of ourselves to really ground in and work toward. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chantel, I know that you have a free gift for our viewers today. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, in fact, Clarissa, I spoke to you before about the gift, but I've actually done something new because I'm ready to deliver something quite fresh now. So I've actually got it's going to be like a PDF, like an ebook, and it's Secrets to a Confident Woman. And I've actually got some really good secrets in there, the things that I do. I've got some meditations in there, some breath meditations, and that has really helped me. I've got a beautiful ebook that I'm going to send for free, which is The Secrets of a Successful Woman. Secrets of a Confident Woman. Secrets of a Confident Woman. And that is an ebook that I'm going to send everyone for free. And it's got some golden nuggets in there, things that I've implemented on my journey that if you implement, guaranteed success. Like there's no two ways about it. If you take the book, if you read it, if you implement it, you're gonna go up, but you're gonna increase your confidence. And so that's what I'd love to give to these wonderful people who are watching. secrets to a successful woman, there's some stuff in there that not a lot of people speak about. Because the thing, what I've realized, a lot of people think that things are common knowledge. You know, when you've reached a certain point, you think, well, everybody knows this, so I'm not even going to speak about it. When a lot of the times you really got to step back and break it down and realize that a lot of people don't even know this stuff. So I'm going to be sharing some secrets that I don't really speak about a lot. So that's what I'm going to be giving as a gift: secrets to a confident woman. Yeah.
Oh, sounds amazing. That link will be below so people can grab that. So
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Well, as we wrap up, are there any last thoughts that you would like to share?
Yes, I think 3 quick things, really quickly. So we speak about confidence, and I just want to say 3 quick things that you can implement right now. Okay. First one, self-belief. Okay. You've got to do whatever you've got to do to believe in yourself. And I think that the self-belief is a safety net for confidence. And once I realized in my journey, once I started to believe in me, I've got to a point where it doesn't matter what happens in my life now, whether I fall, fail. I know that because I believe in myself, I'm going to get back up every single time. You know, it's like I'm quite fearless now. I genuinely don't care about the worst case scenario. No matter what's going to happen, I'm going to be okay. And that has given me a new heighten of confidence. The second thing is your network. You know, you've got to surround yourself with loyal, loving, supportive people. I know no matter what happens to me, if I fall and I don't have the strength to get back up again, my network of phenomenal women and men are going to pick me up too. And so that's an extra level of confidence I have. If I'm too weak to pick me up, my people will pick me up. 3, the importance of a coach. And as you know, Clarissa, the importance of a coach. You don't know what you don't know. And so when you get a coach, they're going to help you to know what you don't know. And then having them to, call upon to get support and advice. I have a network of people who coach me. If I don't know something, I know exactly who to go to. And I know if I make a bad decision, they're going to help me to make it right next time. And so that's another layer of confidence. So 3, confidence. To believe in yourself and your ability to get back up no matter what happens. Have right people around you who will pick you up when you can't pick yourself up, and get a coach or some support system, like professional support system. And for me, when you've got those things, you're unstoppable. And confidence is a natural byproduct because you always feel supported, you always feel safe, and therefore you're confident. Okay, my darling, so there's some extra things.
I love it. Thank you so much. Everything that you've shared has been so beautiful. I know it's helped everyone that's watching, and just thank you for being here with us today.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back again tomorrow for more. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.